Hi everyone. Our discussion topic is linking and relocation. What is linking means? It is a process of combining various programs into a new program. And what is a relocation means? It is a process of creating a new address for the load model. Then we can see about the principle of linking and relocation. See, it is a process of combining various program models into a single program, and that is called as linking. And the software used to perform this operation is called as linker. And the linker always generates a link file which contains the binary codes for all the combined models. Then what is the function of loader means? It is a utility program which takes the object code as input and prepares it for the execution and loads the executable code into the memory. Then it is also responsible for initializing the process of execution. Then we can see the diagram which illustrates the concept of creation and execution of a program. At first, the output of source model is given to the assembler or translator section. Translator section converts the source model into a object model. Then this object model is given to the linker block. Then the linker block links all the object model from various locations as well as library files and the object model, and it will create a new program, and this is named as load model. And this new program is also passed to the memory mapping section. This section creates a new memory for the load model, and then the load model is passed to the loader block. The loader block is responsible for creation of executable codes for the program execution, and this is passed to the execution program unit. This section is responsible for executing the program. If suppose the program contains the error means it is checked and the corrections are made, and then again the same process is repeated. Then what is the function of input and output driver means? It is responsible for input and output operations, as well as it is also used for execution of program through the operating system. Then we can see in detail about the function of linker bar loader. The linker bar loader must find the object models to be linked. Then it will construct the load model by assigning the positions of all the segments in all of the object models being linked. Then it will fill the offset address as well as segment address. Then finally it loads the program for execution. Then we can see about the segment combination. In 8086, in addition to linker, it also performs the segment combination. That is, the segments from various models are combined by means of a linker. Okay. Then the segment directive may have the form segment name space segment space combination type. Then we can see the different combined types. First one is public. What is public means? If the segment in different models are the same name and combined type public, then they are concatenated into a single element in the load model. The ordering in the concatenation is specified by the linker command. Then what is common means? If the segments in different object models have the same name and combined type common, then they are overlaid so that they have the same starting address. The length of the common segment is that of the longest segment being overlaid. That is, what is the difference between these two means? If suppose it is public means it can be usable by any of the submodels inside the program. Suppose it is common means it can be shareable by two submodels which has the common identifier. Okay. Then we can see the next identifier, that is stack. If segments in different object models are the same name and combined type stack means, then they become one segment whose length is the sum of the length of the individually specified segment. That is, two stack segments are combined to form one large stack. What is the function of at means? At combined type is followed by an expression and it evaluates the constant which is to be the segment address. It allows the user to specify the exact location of the segment in the memory. It always point out the exact location. Then next identifier is memory. This combination type causes a segment to be placed at the last of the load model. That is, if more than one segment in the memory being linked means only the first one will be treated as having the memory combination type. The others will be overlaid as if they had a common combined type. Then we can see the example which illustrates the concept of public and then common. See the example, it consists of two models, source model 1 and then source model 2. At first, data and the codes are represented as common and then public. And the model 2 also has the data and then code segment addresses. They are also represented in common as well as public. That is, common means it can be shared between the two models. If it is public means it can be accessed by any of the models present in the program. Then these two models are combined to form a load model. That is represented in the next figure. That is a combination of source model 1 and source model 2 produces the load model. Both the data and the code are combined and form this model. Then the next thing is example for the combination of two stack segments. That is source model 1 as stack segment 1 and source model 2 as stack segment 2. These two segments are combined in order to form a large stack. They are represented in the bottom of the figure. Okay. Then the next one is access to external identifiers. What is external means? If suppose it is not defined in the model but is defined in the other models being linked, then it is called as external identifier. The external identifiers are implemented by means of the form extrn identifier type space identifier type, and public is declared as public identifier and then space identifier. What is the difference between public and external means? Public is specified in the program and it is accessible by any of the models. And if it is external means, it is also the identifier which is come from object models of different memory location. That's all about the linking and relocation of 8086.